Maybe you have a lot of money and want to spoil yourself and buy something really expensive. Today we are going to look at the most expensive vehicles that you can buy in GTA 5. And almost all vehicles on this list have 50% discount this week due to the Black Friday, so this is a great time to buy them. And let's start with the most expensive vehicle, which is the Luxor Deluxe private jet, which costs $10 million. It is the same plane as the regular Luxor jet, which is 6 times cheaper, but the Luxor Deluxe has this golden paint, which is nice and totally worth it. On top of that, if you are lucky to be at the back of the plane as a passenger, you can enjoy a bottle of champagne and cigars. But if you want the same experience, you can buy a Nimbus jet, which is way cheaper and still have the same features, but you won't be as cool since you don't own the most expensive jet in this game. You can fit 8 people inside the Luxor Deluxe, where 2 of them will sit in the cockpit, and it's 2 less people that fit in this version compared to the regular Deluxe. But this plane has a soft place in my heart since this jet was in my first ever video I uploaded on this channel. Overall, the Luxor Deluxe is more like a status symbol, which you will pay a good bit amount of money to have. Also, just a heads up, majority of vehicles I will mention will be planes, since they are damn expensive in this game. If you want to see most expensive cars, let me know. Now, a useful vehicle, which happens to be the second most expensive, is the Oppressor MKII. It costs $8 million or $6 million with the trade price. This vehicle is notorious for being the go-to option for all the angry people which will fly around the map and use homing missiles to ruin your fun. But it is also very useful for regular players that do a lot of missions, since this broomstick of a vehicle is really easy to control and it is also quite fast, and that's why all the unskilled griefers use them. You can upgrade it inside your Terabyte and equip it with different weapons like the machine guns or homing rockets. If you choose to have the missiles, which is the best option, you will only get 20 of them to shoot, and after that you will have to return to your Terabyte to restock them. It doesn't cost anything to restock them, but it is still a small limitation. You will also get countermeasures that will let you defend against attackers, which you can encounter in online lobbies. It used to cost way less, but in Rockstar's mind, raising price was the best way to make this vehicle not as overpowered. Third most expensive and also really useful vehicle is the F-160 Raiju, costing around $6.9 million. It is one of the newest jets added to this game, and it beats the long-time standing laser jet, which used to be the best. And to add to that, Raiju jet is the fastest vehicle in this game, reaching 232 miles per hour. The new Raiju has few cool features when it comes to weapons and defense systems. Firstly, it has its regular explosive machine guns and homing rockets, which work great in offensive situations. But if you want to be sneaky, you can go into stealth mode, which will make you invincible on the minimap, and also it will deactivate your weapons. This blinking icon on your minimap will mean that you are off the radar, and even if someone is shooting rockets at you, you still have some peace of mind, since this plane can withstand 3 homing rockets. One other amazing part is that it is a VTOL aircraft, meaning you can easily park it anywhere in the city and also take off from anywhere with ease and without crashing. The fourth most expensive vehicle would be the laser jet, but it is not worth mentioning since it is the same as Raiju but worse. It's been in the game since the start and you can steal it from Fort Zancudo, so players already know everything that needs to be known about this plane. Let's move on. In fourth place is the only car in this list, which is the Deluxo flying car, costing $5.7 million. It is a really cool vehicle since it is based off DMC DeLorean, and it even has a cool sound when you open the doors. This car, as I mentioned at the start, can fly. You will be able to enter a hover mode whenever you want, and after which you can fly this car like an Oppressor MKII. This feature alone makes it so much fun since you can do various tricks in the air when you disengage the flying mode. And turning off and on the flying mode while you are traversing the city is super fun. Beyond that, the Deluxo has few weapons. It has machine guns and homing rockets, but you only get 30 homing rockets until you have to return to your garage and refill them. All in all, this is a great vehicle which I highly suggest buying if you have the funds for it. Another golden vehicle, which is also deluxe variant of a regular helicopter, it is the Swift Deluxe, and you will pay a bit over $5 million for it. With the Swift Deluxe, you get a luxury seat in the back with a champagne bottle and a TV on which you can access the internet. This helicopter is one of the better flying ones, and if you have the money to purchase exactly the deluxe version, you can flex on all the peasants down below you. If you have the money, this is a great option if you need a status symbol in GTA5, which you can also land on another great status symbol, which is the Aquarius yacht. And even though this yacht costs another crisp $10 million, I didn't mention it in this list since it is a stationary object and can be driven. And because I didn't want to leave you on a status symbol of a vehicle, in 6th place is another useful jet called Molotok, which will cost you little less than $5 million. It is a small and quite cool looking jet which doesn't have the explosive machine guns as other jets have, it only has regular shooty machine guns. The Molotok still has the homing rockets for all the offensive needs like other jets. But the best part about it is that it is the easiest plane to operate in this game, where anyone could pick it up and fly it with no problem. And a bit later, when you get just a little bit more comfortable with it, you will see that it is the easiest plane to land anywhere you want. And even if you hit something on the landing, this plane is quite tough and won't explode when you hit a pole or a whole ass building. Also, it can withstand 3 homing rockets, and you even have countermeasures to defend yourself against attackers. These have been the most expensive vehicles in this game. Tell me which one was your favorite, consider subscribing, and I will see you lovely people in the next one. Have a magnificent day. Which will make you invincible on the map. What? Map?